My family has a history of longevity. We easily pass by being an octogenarian, which is already considered quite old. It gives me solace to think about this. My great aunt turned 105 this December. 105! Holy moly, that is incredible. Who thought it would even be tangible to surpass the age of 100? When she did turn 100, the newspaper in her town promulgated her birthday. I'm an aspirant to reach her age and hopefully surpass it. In elementary school, we used to have a mini in-school carnival we could go to earn prizes. Some of my classmates were belligerent when it came to the carnival. They would play each carnival game, making a feint any time they could confuse us and win. They did this to avoid the dregs of the prizes. They wanted the stuffed bears or the pop. Although they used sorted methods to win, I had the alacrity to beat them out. As a plus, these normally pugnacious kids I felt disdain for were eventually castigated for their actions. This meant I got the prize I wanted. Out of all the stuffed animals, candies, drinks, and other prizes, what did I choose? I chose a prank nail. The idea was you slipped it onto your finger, and then it looked like you had a nail stuck on your finger. After I brought it home, my sister and I spent a few hours scheming over how we were going to use it. We finally decided upon our plan. She was going to put on the nail and start wailing, screaming that I was messing around and accidentally stuck it in her finger. You can already tell where this is going. Firstly, we used markers to draw a laceration on her finger to make it look more realistic. After that, we dropped some water on her face to make it look like she was crying, and finally we added a couple of drops of ketchup onto the nail for the final touch. It was go time. My sister shrieked and ran up to my parents, crying and yelling that I was messing around with the tools and got a nail stuck in her finger. My parents turned white and stared at me. My mom began yelling at me using scurrilous language as my dad went over to my sister to check her wound. "You do not mess around with tools down there," my dad bellowed as he bent down to look at my sister's finger. It only took him a second to realize it was fake. "Don't you ever do that again," my parents scolded. My sister laughed, but I was still standing there in shock. We never made that mistake again.